Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for the live. If you're here, be sure to go to live chat so that I can answer your questions. In addition, I have some juicy questions right here next to me that I'm going to answer. Just pulling up the document. I hope you're I hope everybody is doing good today. Excuse my hair. It's always something going on with it, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm super excited to be live with everybody and answer these fantastic questions. Excuse my angle. Every time I try to do it um, the other way, not horizontal, but it's just not working. I don't know. I look sideways or some YouTube technical stuff that I gotta figure out. Oh, it's everybody. Today, the time now is 12:04. And live at 12. Looking for people to join in so I can get to answering these juicy questions. If anyone is here, feel free to say hello in the chat so that I may know that you're here and I'm not just talking to myself. Apparently, something went wrong with the chat, but I have my handy dandy notebook here, and I'm going to, I guess, go on the chat right here so that I can see anybody is typing to me. Let's see. I have to mute my computer, right? Otherwise, there'll be an echo. Okay, and off we go. All right, once again, I'm looking sideways because now the chat's over here. I am on the live chat. So if anyone is here, please, you're welcome to say hello. My hair is always doing something. All right. So I'm so excited to answer these questions for you, waiting on for a couple of more people to come on, and we'll get started. If anyone's here, feel free to say hello. We're going to get ready to answer some juicy and personal questions today. Anything you might have wondered before about me or the channel or anything, really. It's an open chat today, so feel free, if you didn't get to ask your questions, to ask them down below. And I do have some questions that were pre-asked already. So we can get started in 1 or 2 more minutes. We're just going to give a little bit of more time for some people to come on. And if you are here and ready to ask your questions, you can go ahead and say hello to me so that I'm not here talking to myself. In the meantime, I'll dance to some imaginary music. It's already Wednesday. Can you believe it? The middle of the week. Any plans for the weekend? I would love to know. Is the chat even working? Will someone please write me in the chat so that I can make sure it's working? How can I test this if no one will write? If anyone's here, please write in the chat so that I can know that it's working. You keep looking off to the side because I have a chat here and I have a chat here. This one said retry, so just in case it's not working, I have another one here. All right, so I guess I'll start with the pre-asked questions then until someone comes and asks another one. But I would like to know if the sound is coming, if the chat is working, So anyone can be so kind as to write it down in the chat, or if it's not letting you write for some reason, put a little heart so that I can know that it is working. Please signal to me somehow. I'm not able to test it myself because I'm currently in the channel. So for me, obviously the chat is going to work, but let me try something real quick. And then we'll get started. All right. So here I am going to my channel, making sure the chat is working. Oh, For me, it's saying sign into chat. Is it saying the same to you? Because that's a little bit weird. I have no idea what's going on. Well, if anyone can use the chat, please do so, because I don't know what's going on and I cannot test. I'm very limited to what I can do here. I can try one more thing and then we'll get started with the questions. If it's not letting you type the questions for some reason, just put a heart there on the chat so that I can know that the chat is not working. But I still do have some juicy questions that were asked before. So we'll see. We'll see if it's working. Let me try. What can I try? I don't know what I should do. Let's see. Okay, I'll try to go on a different browser and see if that will help. I don't know. It should be working. I asked because the other day I was on the Premiere and it was not working. And so that's why I'm asking now. I just want to make sure that it is working before I start, in case you guys have any questions or everything like that, right? Let's see. Okay, hold on. Just typing in the channel. She builds her home. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, just to check that the chat is working. I'm almost there. Yeah, okay, so chat seems to be working. Not sure why I'm not getting any comments yet. If it's not working for you all, then I suggest like sign in, see if you're signed into your email account. That should do it, because that did it for me. So let's get started. Hi everyone, I'm Joy from She Builds Her Home, in case you don't know me, and let's get started with the questions. All right, question number 1. Oh, by the way, these questions were asked beforehand. Excuse me, my headphones. Were asked beforehand on the YouTube, also Instagram, and I'm not sure Facebook, because I go there occasionally for She Builds Her Home. But I have asked these. I have told you guys to see if we can get some questions that you want answered, and I do have some questions here. Some of them are quite juicy, some from Instagram, some from YouTube. And if you have any, feel free to drop it in the chat, and I will be answering them, because we'll be here from 12 to 1 today. All right, so we have plenty of time, because I have like maybe 15 questions over here. So let's see. I didn't count them. I just copied and pasted them. So about 15, 10 to 15. All right, first question is, did you always want to be a homemaker? And if not, what did you see yourself doing as a career before? Oh, this might surprise you, but I actually did not I was thinking about ever becoming a homemaker ever in my whole entire life. And let's see, what was it that happened? So, okay, hold on. Let me just fix the camera a little bit so I can see you guys and the questions better without having to like break my neck. Not break it, but you know what I mean, like turn it. Okay, so I wasn't planning to become a homemaker. That wasn't part of the plan. But as we know that God's plan is always way better than we could ever imagine, I actually was going to school for nursing. My chat keeps saying something went wrong. Try again. But do feel free to chat me, because I do have another chat open here on the side. So if I look to the side, it's because I'm also not wanting to miss your chat. And also I'm reading questions. But anyway, so I was going to school for nursing. I was working in a hospital as an interpreter, medical interpreter, and I was going to school for nursing at the same time. Now, why I thought I wanted to be a nurse, because I love helping people, and I just thought like, hey, this would be amazing. I like to help people. Nursing, yeah, why not? And then I was working by the nurses all the time as an interpreter. I would interpret for them in the hospital, and nursing just was not for me. Not for me. I thought because I like helping people, I can do it, but because of like the blood and all the things you have to see, especially with the children, as an interpreter, I saw a lot of things that were not the best exactly when it came to children, and it was just really sad and stuff like that. Even sometimes you're not supposed to as an interpreter, but sometimes I would cry, and I just knew that if I had to be a nurse, I couldn't do it. So there was in my last semester of before going into like the hands-on program, where you go and you actually do rounds and work in different places, and the clinicals, that's what it's called. I was going into the clinicals. I had taken the test, passed, everything like that. I was supposed to start my clinicals that autumn, right? What was that for? God knew exactly what he was doing, because within that part I found out, okay, this is not for me. So I just went ahead and graduated with like I transferred my credits, all my science credits and stuff like that. I got some like liberal arts and science kind of stuff, whatever I could do to just like graduate and get out of there without feeling like I wasted the past few years. So I did that, and I did go ahead and graduate, and I was an interpreter. But then I got pregnant and everything like that. Some of you don't know, but I don't really talk about this, but I actually ended up miscarrying quite late. I was almost 20 weeks and stuff like that. It just happened really suddenly, and one thing led to another. It was a baby boy, and he's always really special to me. Baby boy Samuel, he's with the Lord and everything like that. So anyway, life went on and on. Then like a few years later, I thought that's it. We're not trying this again. This is too painful, everything like that. Went through like a really rough patch, but thanks be to God, he brought us out of that, my husband and I. That was our first baby and everything like that with my high school sweetie, and we were just so excited. A baby boy, wow, everything that we've prayed for. It didn't come into fruition, but only God knows why, right? So then I still was like, okay, now I'm not going to be a nurse anymore. What am I going to do? And stuff like that. So I was just thinking, like, what's the next thing I should do? Should I go back to school? Should I continue to be an interpreter? Sorry, I get a little bit emotional. So should I continue here? Everything like that. What should I do? As that happened, the years were going on, and I ended up pregnant again. And first I was scared, because like, is this the same thing going to happen? I did get pretty far in the pregnancy, and it was just like too much. So I was super duper skeptical, and lo and behold, my baby, I ended up being like pregnant, bed rest, all that stuff. And the baby was born super duper early, 26 weeks, guys. My water ended up breaking at 24 weeks, and so my water broke and everything like that. And once that happened, I was at the hospital for like 2 weeks, and look at God. They did not think that the baby was going to make it even 2 days. There was no water in me. Not only did the baby survive, but also I happened to flip around, right, from breech to not breech, and they just could not believe it. Like, how is this baby moving in there? There's literally no water. Long story short, no amniotic fluid. So everything like that, and baby was 2 weeks later. They was like, okay, let's get this baby out. We don't want you to get an infection, yada yada. So what the enemy meant for evil, God made for good, because literally there was no signs of infection. But what are you gonna do? Argue with doctors? I don't know. I resisted, but they said, look, we're gonna give it a couple more hours. That's it. Long story short, baby came, and I just was like, oh, okay, so this is my precious angel. And I just knew I couldn't go back to work after that. But all of that to say, once I saw my baby, I knew it. And by the way, if you're interested, he was born so early that the doctors was like, he's literally not. They basically said he was going to be a vegetable. Well, paraplegic was the word that they used, but basically he wasn't going to move, he wasn't going to talk, everything like that. They even asked us if we want to say goodbye to the baby. Very good, prestigious hospital, by the way. I'm not going to name it or anything like that, but the best hospital in like the whole US even. That's what they told us. So we was like, no, we want to fight for our baby, everything like this. And by God's grace, he was in the NICU for a bit, but by God's grace, he made it out. And not only did he make it out, but he's like surpassed all of his peers. He's super duper intelligent. Everything is normal. You would never know. Like when God brings us through something, sometimes you cannot even tell that we walk through those things. That's how good and amazing God is. Well, anyway, so once I saw his little face, I knew, no way I'm going back. No way. So, we did what I had to do. We're pretty frugal people before that anyway. So then after that, we became really frugal. And by God's grace, we were able to be a homemaker. I was able to be a homemaker. My husband works outside the home. And everything like that. So it was really actually worked out super good. But no, I did not think I was going to be a homemaker ever. And by the way, we were in a lot of debt when we started, so anyone could do it, any kind of income or lack thereof. And if you do want a video about that, let me know, please, in the comments down below. I don't know if the chat is working, but if it's not, I was saying earlier, for those who just came in, all you have to do is sign in to your email account, and it should let you type in or write it like as a regular comment, and I'll see it later. But if you do want a video about like how I got out of debt and stuff like that, how my husband and I got out of debt with one income, let me know, and I would gladly do it for you, because we were in a whole lot of debt. Like I'm talking about, I think it was almost 80,000. I can go back and look, but definitely a ton of debt. So no, to answer your question, no. Homemaking wasn't in the plan, but God is good. Anyway, yes, so was going to be a nurse. Second question. By the way, if you have more questions, these are questions that I asked before on YouTube and Instagram. If you do have more questions, put it in the comments. And if you're here, say hello, because otherwise I feel like I'm talking to myself the whole time. Hi, Peter Smith. I'm doing good. And yourself? I'm just answering questions here. If you have any questions, feel free to write them down below. I don't know what that means, but none of like nonsense here. Oh, a YouTube channel. All right, well, we're not here to promote our YouTube channels, although we are here to ask questions, right? And yeah, like I don't have a moderator or anything, but please be respectful, be mindful, and we can continue. Where are my questions? All right. What would you say to a single Christian who desires marriage, but it seems like it's taking a while? Ooh, okay. What would I say that? Let's see. To a single Christian, but it seems like it's taking a while. I would say, if you just heard my story about my sons, God's plan is the ultimate plan. And we might have our plans, we might have our dreams, our visions, and everything like that. But all I have to say is that if you hold on, if you trust in the Lord, you know that He wants what's best for you. We are His babies, and He's never ever going to let us down, right? That being said, give me a second, guys. So He's never ever, let me just finish my thought and then I'll do what I was going to do. He's never ever going to let us down. If you put a desire in your heart, if you're saying that you're single, you wish to be married, I'm not sure, because that's not what the question said. But I know that God put that desire in your heart for a reason. So in that case, He's our Father, right? I would go to Him, pray, ask the Lord, what is this feeling? What are you wanting me to do during this season of singleness? What can I do to make it go faster, to make it go better, to improve? Where's my husband? Where should I be positioned? Etc., etc., etc. Anything. He's our Father. You can literally ask Him anything. And what's the worst that could happen? Then God says no. Okay, well, God knows what's best for us anyway. But you, like I said, he's not going to put a desire in our heart to just be like, Mwahaha, you have this desire and you're not getting it. I don't believe that. I serve a good God. And I know that the Lord is good, that he's sovereign. If it's not for you, believe me, that desire would not be in your heart. Why? Because it's too torturous. And God doesn't want us torturous. If I'm a mom, right? I don't want my children to be tortured. Any parents here do not want their children to be tortured. What more for our Heavenly Father? All that to say, I know that Jesus Christ died for sins and he was hanging on a cross, everything like that. That must have been pretty torturous. But who is Jesus? Was it not God himself that came in the flesh for us to die for our sins? So if he can do all of that for us, for you, for me, imagine what else he would do. So keep the faith. I know it's easier said than done. And be improving in the season, and God will definitely answer for you, believe me. Now with the singleness and stuff like that, but before when I was waiting to conceive, it just felt like it's pretty similar situation, and I'm still here, you guys. I'm just trying to load the next question. Pretty similar situation. Yeah. And like I said, God wouldn't leave us hanging like that. Give me a second, please. I'm still here. Just loading the next questions, reading, trying to catch up on the chat. Allow me a second. It's kind of tricky working from multiple devices, if you will. What do I do now? Okay. I'm still here, everybody. A little patience, please. As I said, I don't have a moderator at the moment. Oh, someone asked if they could be the moderator. Oh, Peter, I don't know how to do that. If you know how to do it, let me know. You want us chat in Spanish? Okay, I will. Oh, I don't know how to fix this. I will take that into consideration. Moving on to the next question. If anybody has a question in Spanish, so feel free to put it in the chat. All right, next question. What is your favorite thing about being married? Oh, my favorite thing about being married. Hi, Rebecca Rice, and good morning from California. Copy. I don't know. How do you pronounce it? Say it in the chat. That sounds really fun. I've never been to the West Coast. Have I? Ever? Nope. Not once. East Coast. Gotta go there though. It'd be so much fun. Okay, what's my favorite thing about being married? Well, having someone to share life with. It's so much fun. And in my case, I'm married to my high school sweetie by the grace of God. So having someone to grow up with, literally, we're not the same persons that we were 10 years ago or even 15 years ago. And it's just so amazing to have someone to grow up, and everything that God has delivered us from and seen us to grow up to such a wonderful man that he is. And we just got to grow up together. We get to do life together. We like to have fun and tell jokes, and we're pretty close-knit family. And every time our boys are always hold on, Tehachapi. I'll definitely look that up, but I don't like to mispronounce things. It's one of my pet peeves, but I'm sure it's beautiful over there. Very, very sunny. Do you guys get snow? I know some parts in California get snow, and some parts don't. You're gonna have to, don't mind my hair. It's live and let live at this point. What can you do? Oh yes, so marriage is so much fun. Having someone to share life with, somebody there to console you when you're down, to cheer you up when you're up, to support you, tell you that you can indeed do it, and the same vice versa. I do the same for him. It's just so wonderful. Like, just having someone to wake up with, and I don't play like mean pranks or anything like that, but like maybe I'll have a speaker and I'll like blast some music that someone's not expecting, my husband's not expecting, make it so lighthearted and fun. And it's just fun. It's just like a slumber party all day. That's the way I would describe marriage. A slumber party with your very best friend, but also you get to be affectionate with them. So it's like a triple win. That's my favorite thing about being married. Next question. By the way, these are questions I pre-asked before on YouTube and Instagram, but I only have like 10 and 15 questions or so, and we're here for an hour. So please, if you have any questions, write them down in the comments down below. I'll be happy to answer them. And if I keep looking off to the side, it's because my questions are there. And sometimes the chat acts up, so I have a second chat up there as well. Let's see. How long did it take you to get the hang of a schedule or routine and stick to it? Ooh, and it's a two-parter. And also, what keeps you consistent? Is it habit or your thoughts and mindset? This is a very, very great question. I see a question here, but let me answer this one first, and then I'll go back to that one. Okay, so how long? I'll answer the first part first. How long did it take you to get the hang of a scheduled routine and stick to it? A month or two. I at like 30 days, about 60 days, it was like solid. But in a month, definitely you get to see the swing of things. I'm talking about a general routine or general schedule. When you whoa, girl, God bless you. 32 years of marriage. Amazing. I gotta stop getting distracted. God bless your holy union. I will definitely get back to all the chats. Write them. Don't stop writing the chats. I just want to answer the question and then I'll get back to the chat. But I see it and I will comment on that. That's very cool. Okay, so like I was saying, any routine, like a month or two max. But with the Fly Lady routine, I feel like honestly it's like 2 weeks or less than a month. Why? Because I instantly saw results. Like after the first week, I was like, oh, okay. The second week, I was like, whoa, is this my home? And by the end of the month, I was floored. I don't know if you've seen my other videos, but in case you're new, hi, I'm a former chaotic, messiest person in the whole entire world. Literally, it's embarrassing, but I'll show you guys because you're my friends. I couldn't even see the floor before in my home. Like, it was ridiculous. It was embarrassing. It was terrible. I have stories. If you want me to talk about them, you can ask in the chat right now, or I'll make a separate video about this. But guys, I got some stories. People trying to use my bathroom, attempting to put out of order. Pretend. And then my landlord, before I used to rent an apartment in New York, what was that for? The landlord couldn't even come in my home. It was such a crazy disaster. I couldn't even open the door. Terrible. But then I started the Fly Lady system, and whoa, by God's grace, my home is better now than before I had the two boys. Actually, it's more clean, more neat, more consistent, more decluttered. Having less stuff, definitely. I'm telling you, I had so many stuff. Like by the time I moved from that first apartment, I was like traumatized. All the stuff, the movers were literally moving, and we were still packing. That should tell you. And it's just, every time I moved, I just like want less stuff. Now I believe I can fit all my stuff in like a backpack or maybe two. But yeah, it's crazy. But to answer your question, routines, it takes like about a week to 2 months. 2 weeks to 2 months, depends what you're doing. But it's like a cleaning routine, like the Fly Lady system that shows drastic results. That one will be very, very fast. And then the second part of the question, before I get back to the chat, is what keeps you consistent? Is a habit or my thoughts and mindset? I would say first is neither. First is discipline. You have to discipline yourself to do the thing, because it wouldn't be a habit, because if you do it the first time, second, third, it's not yet a habit. So eventually, yes, the habit does make it easier. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. But is it mindset? If I had to say habit or mindset, I would say it's mindset, because like I said, it's like a discipline thing. Don't think like, oh, I gotta do this. Think like, hey, I get to do this. Or don't even see it as an option. See like, okay, it's Wednesdays, I will run my errands. Let's say if you run errands on Wednesday. Fly Lady originally is Thursday, but you could customize that as you will. It's Thursday, okay, today I run my errands. That's it. End of discussion. It's Monday. Okay, today I mop my floors. The end. Nothing to it. And then you think like that, and eventually it will become a habit and it will stick. Moving to the chat. Okay, how you and your husband deal when you have different point of views of him. So I'm guessing, correct me if I'm wrong, you mean what do I do if I have a different viewpoint than my husband? Yikes. I know this one, but I know it's gonna be tricky for people, but we just make it super simple. My husband and I, we like I said, we grew up together, so we pretty much see things eye to eye. We're both Christians, but in the things that we do disagree on, we just play rock, paper, scissors. I know it sounds silly, but it really super duper works. We do rock, paper, scissors, the end. You want to eat Mexican food or Italian food? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Or, should we paint the home this color or that color? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Or something even as serious as, should we get a second car or not? Rock, paper, scissors. Okay, by the way, don't ever go into debt for anything. We're not in any kind of debt at all, not for the vehicles, not for anything. So basically, from as lighthearted, by God's grace, from as lighthearted to as serious, rock, paper, scissors, say, shoot. The end. That's it. Nobody fights. Nobody argues. Nobody gets disappointed. My husband here right now. He's working right now. He would literally tell you that's what we do. That's what works for us. And it not only keeps things lighthearted and fun, there is no bitterness, no resentment, no my way, no your way. You lost. I won. I won. You lost. The end. You should have picked scissors. I don't know. If you don't like rock, paper, scissors, and you don't know how to play, flip a coin. It's literally not a big deal. So you can disagree with someone. But if you feel strongly about it, it has to be my way. It has to be your way. No. Rock, paper, scissors. The end. And that one, I promise you, works so good. And someone here, Rebecca Rice, Mrs. Rebecca, says, how, oh no, wait. Oh, the snow in the mountains. I love snow. I didn't think I'd move to the West Coast because I thought there was no snow. But now that you've told me this, I need my snow, girl. I love the heat too. Don't get me wrong. I like all seasons. Put it that way. Autumn, spring, fall, summer. I need them all. And plus, I want my children to experience a white Christmas one day. And I celebrated 32 years of marriage by God's grace, and we haven't killed each other. Good. That's a word in my book. You are married for so long. God bless. And may God keep multiplying you, and may you be together forever and ever, and even after that. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right, next question. By the way, more questions, put them in the chat. These are questions that I've answered. Before in Instagram and YouTube. But if you have some questions, put them below. We're here for an hour and I can answer some of your questions. So I answered that one. And another one is, have you been a Christian for a long time? I would love to hear your testimony. If I said my testimony, we'd be here till tomorrow. But of course, I would abbreviate it for you or highlight it. I have not been a Christian all my life. I was raised Catholic, so that was pretty cool. I did see the church and everything like that. And my mom used to take us to church, and that was pretty cool. Anyway, but then as the reason why I say in a way is because it wasn't like me going to Christ. It was like, you're a child. We're going to church. You're coming with us. And so it was like that. Oops. So when I was like a teenager, old enough to rebel, unfortunately, please, children, if you're listening, do not rebel against your parents. Okay. Thank you. Most times, most parents want what's best for you. So anyway, so once I was a teen, I was like, oh, I'm out of here. And I just left the church for like a bit, but then something kept like pulling me back, like, to Christ. Like, I need to be here and I don't know where. So I just kept searching and searching. Ended up in a Seventh-day Adventist church, which they worship on Sabbath on the Saturdays. And they do things pretty differently. In a way, I can't say that it's bad or that it's good. It's just different. I love that they love the Lord and they try to do everything to please Him. If you would say it's more like an Acts-based type church, like but again, just different. Not bad. Then I also went Pentecostal, non-denominational. Basically, I was just searching. Then I left again. I was like, forget this. And then the Lord was pulling me again. Long story short, I used to have this sketchy night job in some sketchy bar in the night, and it was just not a good vibe, and it was a lot of weirdness going on there, and I just didn't feel comfortable. Mind you, I didn't even drink. I didn't know what I was doing there, to be honest with you. But I felt like the Lord was leading me out of that place, and some of my coworkers were really sketchy and into weird things. And I used to have like a mouth on me, like I was not that I was looking for trouble, but if it found me, I wasn't gonna back down. And I was just very like, confrontational, didn't really think things through. So I got into like a big altercation problem. Somebody was like threatening me and I wouldn't back down. It was just like a long story. But the Lord delivered me something. I don't know what happened to that girl, and I don't even know what would have happened if she had run into me that day, because I heard that she was ready to do some stuff. So anyway, that night I just felt like the presence of the Lord, and I just try to find a church. I felt like I needed to be in a church. There was a church that was open, and I just went in and I just surrendered myself to the Lord, and I did not go back to that job ever. And my aunt-in-law, if you can call her that, she was pretty encouraging to me, and she even prayed for me and stuff like that. And before, like I said, I was with my high school sweetie forever and ever and ever. So I just even spent the night there with her, and everything was like, wow, I know God is really calling me. So that this was like a Friday, and then by the Sunday, guys, I did my nails like, I think it was a Saturday. I went to get my nails, and wouldn't you believe, the cab driver was a Christian man who was asking me if I knew about the Lord. And um I just it was really amazing that happened. We ended up in a church, and it was a beautiful church home, and we were there for like forever and a day until we moved out of the state. But I really still keep in touch with them, and it was just so amazing how those things lined up like that, back to back to back. And I knew it was the Lord calling me and leading me. And my husband also gave his life to Christ. We went to the church together. Well, he was always a Christian, but you know what I mean, like by himself, like said, okay, I accept Jesus as. And then we had our baptisms, and it was just amazing, like how we got to select that, and rededicate ourselves to the Lord. So that's a brief version of my testimony. Brief, right? And there's even so much more. The Lord has like fully delivered us. Another time, if you want, I can do another live, or have a video dedicated on it, specific testimonies. The Lord has done so much for us. And even the fact that we're alive today, even the fact that you're here watching this live today, that's a testimony even of itself. And at that point, please, if you haven't subscribed, you can do so, and turn on the notification bells, please, and thank you. Share this video. It helps the channel grow and grow. And my next question is, how did you meet your husband? I alluded to this already, but I met him in high school through mutual friends, and we just both happened to have a like crush on each other. Those little high school crushes, and we didn't even know. And then, thankfully, he made the first move, because I don't know. And by God's grace, we've been together ever since, and until forever. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. And let's see. Next one is, describe my dream holiday. No expense limit. Okay. I'm a pretty frugal person, so I like to be reasonable. If we ever go anywhere without debt, please save your money. Don't go into debt for this or anything else. We always ended up going to like all-inclusive type stuff, because it's just more affordable, just for the food and stuff like that. Everything is included. But if no expense limit, I would definitely go to Hawaii. Hawaii is like, whoa, I always wanted to go there, but there's no all-inclusives, and I'm scared like how much the food is gonna be versus the hotel versus the flight versus this versus that. And all-inclusive places, you definitely get a deal, because you could even book it like with your flight and get even more of a deal. And so that would be my dream vacation. Anywhere tropical, really, But Hawaii is just stunning, and I would just love to go there. That's my dream. I've been to Aruba, we've been to Bahamas and the Dominican Republic. I'm trying to think, Puerto Rico. Was there anything other place? I don't know. I can't recall, but I will definitely make another video or talk about this more in a live. I think some more about places that's been, but it's been really cool. Hey, life in Screen Lanta. I cannot hardly see your screen name, but if that's what it is, I mispronounced it. Sorry. How are you? What's your name? Rose Vlog. So I can refer to you by name. And where am I from? This is another question. Okay, I'll get right on it. I have some pre-asked questions here from Instagram and YouTube, but definitely ask your questions below. This is a Q&A. You can definitely ask your question. Hi, Rose. Nice to meet you. And, look, speaking of juicy questions, is Joy my real name? Dun, 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 dun. Joy is actually my middle name. That is not my first name or my last name. I will not be revealing that because of privacy. As you know, I don't even post my children up here because of privacy. I just, I'm concerned like for their safety. I know that God has them covered and everything like that. So because of that, my first name is a secret. However, you do get a piece of my name. You get Joy, right? Isn't that enough? Some people go by their middle names. Why can't I? Right? Well, so there you have it. Cats out of the bag. But anyway, still my middle name. Still go by it. However, for privacy reasons, you won't see my sons. You won't see their names. You won't get my first name. But I feel like we're buddies, right? So at least I can give you my middle name. And okay, Rose wants to know, where am I from? I'm from the Bronx, girly. Bronx, New York. Yeah, I moved like 2 years ago, my husband and I, when we were pregnant with our second child. Actually, I was about to give birth before we moved. I'm from the Bronx, New York. He is also from New York. We met in high school and we went from the Bronx to in New York City to a suburb of New York City, hoping to escape the craziness that is New York City. And then we didn't escape. We're still paying an arm and a leg for a small closet, and the craziness was catching up, going up and up and up the counties. And we just said, you know what? We gotta go. And then we moved, still in the East Coast, but out of New York, still close to family. We can't leave our family behind. So, sorry, Rebecca, we won't be moving near you anytime soon, although we might visit. But yes, and nice to meet you, Rose. Oh, thank you. My hair has doing its thing. I was just saying, live and let live. I can't control this hair. But thank you. That's such a sweet compliment. It means a lot. It's always like, anyhow. So, why? Oh, next question. And by the way, if you have more questions, feel free. These are pre-recorded questions. We do have some more time here, about 15 to 20 minutes. We'll start wrapping it up. So, ask your questions down below, please. Then, one question is, are you monetized yet? Oh, goodness. You guys are being very ultra juicy. No, unfortunately, I'm not yet monetized. I know. YouTube lowered the requirements for the subscribers. You could actually get monetized at 500 subscribers. So yay! But you also need 3,000 hours of watch time, and I have like 500. So please watch my videos and share them so you can help me to get monetized. As you know, I'm a one income household. My husband works outside the home. We have 2 little boys, and it's, just a little bit hard to make everything work. I do give giveaways from our own pocket, and we're not in debt. We will not go into debt by God's grace. So please subscribe, share, turn on the notification bell, and please watch the videos, because thank you guys. You are subscribing. We have met the subscriber count, but those hours, man, 3,000 hours. I didn't even have 700. What are we gonna do? I know. You can watch my videos, please. Thank you. And by the way, it's free. It's absolutely for free. You can just play me in the background, and you'll be doing your good deed for your day, because you'll be helping our family to me and get at least 1.5 income, please, guys. We've been doing this for 2 years almost, and I just, please, if you can subscribe, I'm not above asking. Guys, we're all friends here, right? All right. Next question. Why did I become a homemaker? Ooh, I should have answered that right after I said if I was planning ever to become a homemaker. If you missed it, I was not planning to become a homemaker. I was actually going to school for nursing. Long story. I explained it earlier in the live, so if you feel free to check that out. It's about like 10 minutes in. I started talking about that. But I became a homemaker because I saw my baby's face and I just could not go back. Especially after what happened to our first son. I just couldn't leave my baby boy. And yeah, so that's why I became a homemaker, and to build up my home and everything like that. Hence the channel, She Builds Her Home. It's also a Bible scripture, Proverbs 14:1, I believe. How do you stay so optimistic? By the way, if you have more questions, write them in the chat for anyone that's just joining in. And Rose has asked some questions in the chat. Edith has asked some questions in the chat. Just ask your questions in the chat. I am taking those as well. These are just some pre-asked questions that I've gotten from Instagram and YouTube. And yeah, you can make them juicy and personal. I'll answer, most likely. Don't ask me what my first name is. I won't say that. But you can ask other questions, and don't ask for my children's name either. Or a picture of them. But other than that, we're good, right? Okay. I say optimistic because I know things can always be worse. So we have to be grateful for what we have. The fact that we are even alive today. I did get a question. Thank you for that, Edith. I'll answer it. Let me just finish my thought here. The fact that we are alive today is wonderful, and I just see that as such a gorgeous time. Every day you have a chance to laugh and be alive and be grateful. Like, no matter how bad things are, they could always be worse, and it's only by God's grace that they're not. So that's how I stay positive. I remind myself that things are this good because of God, and they could be worse, and they're not. Thank you, Jesus, and stuff like that. And I stay positive. Also, what's the sense of getting upset? Like, in 5 years, is it gonna matter? And even if it does, like, what does the Bible scripture that says, who can add even a year, even a second to your life by worrying? Like, why? Just, okay. Is it? Okay. Okay, never mind. Just why? Okay. Next is, oh yes, Edith asked the question. What do you do to always be positive? I just have a positive mindset. I remind myself, like I was just saying, that God is good and things could be worse, and I'll be grateful. Like, for example, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I was in Home Depot today. By the way, I have a video coming out. I'm doing a little kitchen project, little DIY ski, and it's gonna be super duper fun. But I was in Home Depot today, and they have these beautiful, lovely kitchens. One can sit and sulk and mope and whine about how they have a 1950s kitchen, like me. Or you can be happy that you even have a kitchen at all. And I just choose to be happy that I even have a kitchen at all. And like I said, I will never go into debt. My family and I won't ever go into debt. Not for home renovations, not for vehicles, not for anything. So we just have to make do what we have with our one income. And we have been upgrading it slow by slow. For example, my oven broke. We had to replace that, unfortunately. Then we were supposed to get a fridge, but the oven broke. Dishwasher broke, replaced that. We still have an old fridge who's on the fritz. But you are grateful for what you have. We have 1950s cabinets and the laminate flooring, and it can't be helped. And that's just how it is. And you can choose to mope about it, or you can be happy that you even have a kitchen. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse. But it's not. thanks be to God. Sure, my fridge is not the most aesthetic and my appliances are mismatched and my cabinet doors are anyhow, but what are you gonna do? Such is life, right? At least I have a stove and a countertop, and that's just how I choose to see it. So thank you. And also, if you're just joining us, ask your questions down below and I'll be happy to answer them. I do have some pre-recorded questions here that I'm almost getting to the end, but we do have 10 more minutes. So if anyone wants to ask some questions, please ask them. Okay, I answered, can I do more lives? Oh, do you guys want more lives? I can definitely do that. Let me know in the comments down below. Somebody asked if I can do more live like this kind of videos. Yeah, I can do that if that's what you like. It's actually easier for me because I don't have to edit. You may or may not know, but I spend hours and hours and hours and hours editing the videos that I put out weekly. So please do watch those videos and share. I do work so hard on those videos. But if you do like the more of the casual lives, I'll figure out how to like fix the angle. Right now is positioned for like TikTok or YouTube Shorts, I guess. I don't know how to fix that, but I'll figure it out. And if you don't mind looking at me in this angle, then that works too. But yeah, you can let it down in the chat below. Let me know if you want more lives or I can do a poll, whatever. What high school did I go to? Christy Ruiz wants to know. I went to a high school in New York. And yeah, so I can't answer like the details because of privacy, but a high school in New York. So I hope that's enough, Christy. I hope you understand. Like a private person for my children's sake. You know, I have to protect like my family and stuff like that. So I there's certain details that private. Like you won't see my sons here. You won't hear their names. You might hear their voice or like see an arm. But that's it. Do ask more questions though, Christy. Nice to have you here. Please, thank you for joining. And again, these are questions that were asked before on Instagram and YouTube, but I am taking questions live as well. This is a live Q&A. So ask your questions right here. Anyway, let's see. Oh, if you could like this video too, that would mean so much to me. I did mention earlier I'm not yet monetized, so it would help a lot. You can like and share this video if you wish. Thank you. Or just rewatch it again later too when this live is done. Somebody says, what time do you wake up in the morning? I actually wake up at 4 in the morning. Well, these days more like 4:30. Is it me or is it like getting super dark now? In the mornings when I used to wake up, it used to be the sun was coming up. And now it's so dark and it's so hard to get up. But I realized that the earlier we get up, the better it is because you get more quiet time to do the things that I see your question. I'll finish my thought and then I'll answer that. To do the things that we love and before our children wake up, especially with me, I have littles. So I have a 3-year-old and a 2-year-old. So once they get up, forget it. I have no time for myself. And I have tried getting up with them, but the minute that they open their eyes, they need something, which is great and wonderful. But I just noticed that because that means that they're alive, right? So I love that they need stuff. But at the same time, I also need me time. And so when I wake up earlier, before that, I can get the me time and they can get the mommy and daddy time. And I don't have to feel like my cup is not empty because I fill mine up first. I spent time with God. I drank my tea and everything like that. And it was wonderful. And they didn't ask, but I will answer anyway. So in order to get up at 4:30, I do go to bed at 8:39, which is not bad at all because my boys go to bed between 6:30 and 7. So my husband and I get plenty of time after that and go to bed and wake up, and it's wonderful. I also work in the morning with the YouTube stuff and like editing and whatnot. So that helps to get up at that time. And as some of you might know, I do follow the Fly Lady routine. So I also do my zone work and my routines at that time. Sometimes I can't do the focuses because some are like errand day and I can't exactly leave at 4 in the morning to do grocery shopping. But I do what I can at that time. Somebody wants to know, Christy Ruiz wants to know, can I do hair care tutorials and skincare routine? Girl, I can try. As you can see, my hair is it's my hair. But I am starting to learn like more hair care stuff and skincare stuff. So I will share with you my journey. We can learn together. How does that sound? So I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro by any means. I'm learning, and I will share with you. And we can try it together. We can learn together. We can be skincare, hair care besties. And if you're wondering my hair type, since I said I did started learning, it's 2A, 2A, no, 2B. Sorry, like I said, I'm new. It's 2B and it's low porosity. This is the one that floats, right? Yeah, it's low porosity. It's fine, like the strand is fine. And what else? That's what I know. As far as the skin, seems pretty normal in the winter, sometimes dry. So if you have one similar to me, keep posted. I can do some videos here and there about that and or answer them in the live. And yeah, that's I know about like nothing, but I am learning and we can learn together. I have put some product on to make it like more curly because my hair it's you know anyhow, and any sort of products kind of make it look like dirty or heavy or because the strand is so fine, but like I don't know, whatever, I'm learning. Thank you, Christy, though. No, that's so nice. So if you have more questions you can ask them here. We're coming up to the end now. I have like 3 questions left, and please feel free to ask any questions more. We have 4 minutes remaining, so if you have any questions, also if you're here, you want to like the video, please do so. Somebody wants to know what is my favorite part about being a mom. Oh, okay. I almost knocked my light down. My favorite part about being a mom is just watching my sons grow and learn, and every day is an experience. I even keep this little notebook where I put like a one line of like a cute thing that they did today. I have 2 boys right now, and I put one line, one name, one line, another name, and I put the things that they did that are so cute. Just a one-liner, and it's very, very, very cute. And every day they're doing something so fun, and they're absolute besties, and they love each other so much. And the little one, he'll just come up and just give me all these kisses, and then my older son, he just likes me to sit by him while he's doing his puzzles and whatever else he's doing, and they just are so lovable. Basically, I love seeing things through their eyes. If you have a child, put them to watch out a window, right? You hold them carefully, of course, and let them watch out the window and watch their eyes as they're looking out that window. And wow, that's my favorite part of being a mom. Seeing things through their eyes and how they experience. I'm also pretty like childish too. Like I like to do things that children like to do. I'm the kind of mom, I will go down the slide with my sons and I will swing in the swings, and it's just super duper fun. One of the parks in my neighborhood has a swing that has like one side I think is for an older child, one side for like a baby. I get on it as well. I'm like on the bigger side. It's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. You just gotta live it up again. It's like a second childhood, I'll tell you. Somebody wants to know, what is my ultimate goal for the channel? Oh, that's a very good question. My ultimate goal for the channel, as you know, I'm not yet monetized. It's not like I'm getting paid for this. So I would like to spread the joy of homemaking and how it can be a fun and frugal thing. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses and buy this couch from, I don't know, what's a fancy like online, I don't even know, furniture store. I don't know, whatever you name it. You don't have to have the fancy furniture and the aesthetically pleasing this and that. You can just make it your own, and your homemaking is your own. You can just do it however is best for you and your family, and just make it fun. It doesn't have to be boring. I used to hate cleaning and now I love it. I throw on some music and I make it a dance party. I do have a lot of videos about how to make cleaning and homemaking fun, so you can find that on my channel. But I do know that everyone has a chance to make homemaking fun, and I just want to spread that word. And if I get monetized, then that would be amazing. I should say when I get monetized, help me please. That'd be amazing, because then I'll get to do some giveaways and spread the word even more and send you guys some homemaking goodies, etc., etc. I have so many big dreams, and I believe the Lord has put in my heart to do this channel. So hopefully, yeah, we get monetized soon, and you'll be the first to know once that happens. You turn on your notification bells on. All right. Next is, I guess, the last question, unless you guys have one more, because we're about to wrap it up here. What is my morning routine? Well, I do get up pretty early. I have a video. Do I have a video about this? I'll make an updated one in case I don't. But my morning routine right now consists of getting up between 4 and 4:30. It is getting darker, so closer to the 4:30 mark. And I just spend time with God first. I do something I call time tithing. I don't know if this is a thing or this exists or whatever, but I spend time with God first and foremost before anything. And then and then after I spend time with God, I get ready for the day. So I started working out in the morning, so I'll do that now, but I'm not always too consistent on that yet. But if I'm gonna work out, I work out, then I get in the shower, and then I get ready for the day. Otherwise, I'll get ready for the day. I get ready for the day. I have showered the night before. I get ready for the day. And that means, to me, just the shoes. I have these house shoes that I wear. I will link them in the description later, because I don't wear outside shoes in. But they do have hard soles. They make me feel super duper productive. I'll get ready for the day. I'm in the bathroom. I follow the FlyDay system, so I do the swish and swipe right there, and I'm in the bathroom. I only have one bathroom, y'all, but that's okay. It's not bad, right? Because I get to do less cleaning. So I'll do the swish and swipe. I have a video on that, which is I quickly clean the sink after I brush my teeth and all that, the tub and the toilet, and it always stays sparkling and spotless. If you heard in the beginning, I have some stories about some embarrassing moments where people try to use my bathroom. I don't have those moments anymore, thanks to God. So after I do that, I unload the dishwasher. Basically, the Fly Lady morning routine. And after I do the Fly Lady morning routine, it's like only like 5:15 in the morning. Depends if I worked out or not. And at this time, after I start my laundry, I'll sit down and I'll have my cup of tea. And it's just, you get some quiet time. The boys don't wake up till like 7. So at this point, I'll edit my YouTube videos, create the post for the week, and I just so quiet. I'll read. I have so many things that I can do, and every day it varies because I have a schedule, but every day is beautiful. I watch the sunrise every day. That's my thing. Like, I'm always I always said I wanted to try slow living, but I'm always like, okay, do this and then this and then this and then this, and I'm always on go. But I have told myself that I always have, no matter what, I have to watch the sunrise. So I always make myself stop and watch the sunrise and drink my tea, and so beautiful. And on that note, Edith says, let me know if you want a video about my full morning routine. I would love to share that with you if you like. I would like to invite you to my home to help me clean. Okay. I like cleaning now, as I said. I turn on the music and I make it so much fun. And you know, it's fun. It'll surely get done. Well, everybody, it's been so nice to chat with you. It was so good that I think I'm going to do it again next Wednesday from the same time, 12 to 1 EST. I am on the East Coast. Please convert that to your time. It was so fun. If you have any more questions throughout the week, I will put on a post so that you can answer, and we can meet here next week at the same time. It's been so lovely chatting with you all. Please, if you can subscribe, turn on the bells, share those videos, watch the videos for the watch time as we discussed earlier, and rewatch the live. You don't have to sit here and stare at me and the frizzy hair. I will really appreciate it. I need the watch time. Like I said, I have like 500 hours and you need 3,000. So help me, and we'll be on our way together. And as soon as I get monetized, I will do like the biggest giveaway. I love doing giveaways. For those that are original to the channel, you already know I had a couple of giveaways, but from our own One Income pockets. I just love to give. I think it's like just a thing. It might be my gift. I don't know. Lord knows I love to give. So looking forward to doing more of that. Nice to meet you, everyone. And Chrissy, Edith. everyone that came. Thank you for joining me, Rose, and I said Edith, and Rebecca, and Christy, and everybody else, Peter, whoever I missed. Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, to God be the glory. Bye.